This is a random live, just spur of the moment. Feel like, why not? Let's just do it, and you know, whatever. My son had soccer this morning, which I did not go to because he had a birthday party this afternoon with one of his best friends, and I needed to be able to take him to that. So my husband took him to the soccer game where he did amazing. He did 8-0, and then the game last week was 9 or 10-0, and then I took him to a birthday party. I love his friends' parents. They're just so amazing. We actually got into talking about benzodiazepine withdrawal. She was asking me, like, you know, was I still at the funeral home doing makeup? Hello, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like and leaving a comment so I can see who's here. If she was like, what are you doing? Are you still at the funeral home? And for those of you who don't know, I do makeup in the funeral home. And I was like, no. And she's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, not really doing much. She knew that I was trying to taper off these drugs. So I was like, I'm off of them completely. And she's like, that's amazing. And then like, I was like, yeah, I'm doing YouTube right now, just kind of, you know. And she's like, I hope that helps somebody. And I'm like, yeah, that's my goal, is to help myself and help, you know, you guys. And yeah, they're just so kind. And so I was like, I haven't been in the funeral home in about 3 months, which at first I was like, don't call me, because I need to work through all my withdrawal stuff. But now I'm like, I don't think they're gonna call me. But I am, when I'm ready, I will reach out to other funeral homes, because I really do like it. It might creep some people out, but I really, really do like, I just wish that I felt good. I felt consecutively good, like, like every day in a row. You know, it's funny because my sister and my brother-in-law came up, and that weekend I felt decent. And this last week my friend was up and I felt decent, and then when you get hit with something, I think one of the hardest symptoms for me is the intrusive thoughts. When my brain starts saying, like, you can't do this, it's too much, you can't, you're not being a good wife or a mom. And when my mind gets into that place, I feel so unbelievably overwhelmed. And then, like, what are the alternatives? And then my brain starts going there, where it's like, I just want out of this body. I just want to, like, give up. And I know there are so many people that are so much worse off than I am. And I so empathize. It's just, there are, and I do have other chronic conditions. So it's not just the withdrawal. Like, I have other things. And I really do just feel so overwhelmed. But, like, what are you going to do? You know, you going to push forward? Like, what are you going to do? So it's just one of those things. Let me know who's here. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button. This is a really, really, like, I'm going to go ahead and do a live, which was not scheduled or anything. So let me know what you guys, like, your biggest struggles in withdrawal. And, like, when you start to feel really down, like you can't make it another day, like, what do you do? I'm kind of looking, thank you so much, kind of looking for just some encouragement of, like, those people that live with chronic conditions. And when your brain starts to go dark, what do you do? How do you How do you maneuver out of it? How do you help yourself? And I know like positivity, like positive thinking, but um, I just don't know. I just really don't know like how or what, you know. So I thought that I would just jump on and hello, hi from India. Awesome. Would you guys hit the like button? It just kind of shares to people that may be going through withdrawal. DC Long, find that one thing that makes you happy. It doesn't always have to be positive. Yeah. Trying to figure out if that's like painting or going for a walk or kind of what. If you're new to this channel, and you want to tell me your story, like what you're coming down from or what you've done, withdrawn in the past and like how long it took you, like what doses you were on, all that good stuff. Um, I'd love to hear your story. I really feel like certain days I feel like I'm out of the woods and I feel like I can breathe and I feel like it's just going to get better from here. And then there are other days where I literally feel like I'm just not gonna to make it. Sure, what is this channel for actually? So withdrawal. So I was on an antidepressant and a benzodiazepine, which one benzodiazepine is Xanax, Valium, Ativan, Klonopin, that sort of thing. So like if you're coming off of that, some people on here are coming off of opiates. Some people are coming off of just an insane amount, you know, just drugs, heroin. I mean, I have a big community of just anybody going through like withdrawal. So it's kind of a channel just supporting each other and helping, you know, our symptoms and like what we could take and how we're feeling and all of that. So yeah, just like a withdrawal channel. Hello, Kamino. I'm from the United States. I'm on the very west coast of the US. I try not to go too in depth. Um, you know, Acid Rocker 97. Hello. Valifax withdrawal is awful. You know what? I think I've heard of that one, and that one I heard is really hard to get off. Are you off completely, or are you coming off? Are you like tapering? Can I ask you a question? Sure. You can ask, but if it's too personal, like personal, then, you know, we'll see. Valifax. Yeah, I know. I've heard of it. Like, what is the? So that's the generic name. What is the name of the original medication? Are you married? Who else in your family? Yes, I'm married. I've been married for 19 years. So yeah, I'm very happily married. Jump to escalopram. Oh, how do you like that? These drugs are just so intense. And I have like this ear pressure, fullness feeling, crackly feeling. And I'm wondering if that's like headaches, congestion, withdrawal. I'm so confused with like all of the things that I'm feeling. Like I had the ear things from before, like when I was taking it. So I just wonder like what's medication related and what's not. So I just came back from a birthday party, which I love everybody that was there. It's just nowadays everything is so hard, you know? I love everything. Like I love being social and having people over and all that. And lately it's just so hard. Getting up late every day makes you sleepy. I wouldn't know. I have kids that I have to get off to school. So I have to get up and not get them ready because they're like older. But sleeping in is very, very rare. Hello, Ron. Wesley. Trying to hang in there. Excuse me. I've been trying to hang in there and just try to deal with these damn symptoms. I'm addicted to chewing tobacco. Without that, I can't live for 5 minutes. I can't stop this habit. Please advise me or help to get rid of this habit. Well, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to give you advice. However, my brother-in-law, he was addicted to chewing tobacco. And I think he would do like gum or I don't really know how he kicked the habit. He doesn't really have an addictive personality, but I think if you just lower how much you do it a day and just do that every day, if you can do that, you would be off. So just like if you put chewing tobacco in your mouth like 8 times in a day, then 7 the next, or even weekly, you know, cut it down weekly. And that's like, I think would be the best. So true. I got that chew addiction as well. I do hear that it can give you like gum cancer, gum disease with chewing tobacco. So that's kind of a little scary. I chew on gum a lot. Yeah, but I'm not an addict. That's good. That's good that you chew on gum a lot. Please help with proven remedy. I don't have a proven remedy. I don't do chew. So that's something that you would have to talk to your doctor about, because I've never chewed. I've smoked like 15 years ago. And then I found out I was pregnant, and that was the last time I ever smoked. So I don't have a, you know, I don't have a remedy for chew. You can do like those nicotine gums or the patches. I would think that those would be helpful. It's one of those toughest to beat, but not undoable. I quit cold turkey for about 5 years at one point. Oh, really? So why did you go back on MK? If you got rid of the habit, why did you? Hard candy, sunflower seeds. Yeah, sunflower seeds I hear helps a lot. Let me know how you guys are. Hard times. You're going through hard times, and then so you started doing it again. Yeah, that's always a kicker. You kind of get a little desperate. Old habits come back. Yeah, I think I would have restarted smoking again. There's so many times that I wanted to. But my husband is like, he despises it. Like, despises it. And like, out of courtesy for him, I just never go back. Which I'm happy. I'm so happy he despises it, because I don't want to go back. But there are times where it would be easier to just do it, because you always have that feeling. Just got here. You're talking cigs because I know how to kick those. Yeah, somebody's talking about chew. So chewing tobacco. They're kind of wondering how to get off of chew. And I've never done that. I've only done cigarettes. One day I just didn't want to smoke anymore, and I haven't since. It's been 7 years. That's really good. Yeah, I found out, they're like, you're pregnant, and I was like, okay, and that was my last cigarette, so. And it wasn't bad. I didn't really. But there's been stress where I'm like, I would love to have a cigarette, you know. I agree with you, bro, Mickey, Chris. I'm on 20 milligrams of Valium a day. Chris, okay. So I just came off of Valium. It is a little stinker. it just is a little stinker. It's hard. Are you tapering? Tony Hawk, for some reason, our brains tell us life is better when used. Yep, I agree. Also, mad props to those who've stopped smoking. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, it was the best thing I did, but I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I don't still crave it at times, but I'm really glad that I got off of it. My clothes don't stink, my nails don't stink, my teeth, um, are not like crazy. They can be really yellow. Your hands, everything. And then they cost a lot. I know chew costs a lot too. Yes, trying to taper, but it's a total nightmare. Yeah. I I want to say, Chris, go really, really extremely slow, but it's hard. Even going really slow, it's really, really hard. I was on 2 milligrams of Valium at the very end, and then when I stopped taking it, I got riddled with symptoms, and it's been very hard. Are you like micro tapering? So like really slow, little tiny bits at a time? Y'all are the real heroes with that one. It's hard as heck. It really is, Tony. It really is. Thank you, McKay. Good luck to you. Oh. Don't vape or chew. Nicotine patches before sleep, not when you wake up. If you get the right brand, you'll have lucid dreams every night too. If you can last 2 weeks, smell goes from damn, I need one to I feel like, yeah. I feel like I'm about to collapse or have a stroke. Yes. I feel like that too. And I'm 117 days out, and I do still feel like I'm gonna collapse. I did taper, but yeah, it's such it gets in your fat, and it gets wrapped around your head, and benzos are just like one of the worst things you could be on. You just got to go so slow, and you're going to have symptoms, but it depends on the day. I quit by bringing my mentality to wanting to quit more than I wanted to my next smoke. At my worst, quitting is a choice, so is relapse. I also quit drinking weed, oxycodone, and vaping. How was quitting oxycodone? 4 years ago, not easy at all. Yeah, this is not easy. But it is still smoke stopped 3 times, 8 months at a time. Yeah. Reducing my, yes, reducing by 2 milligrams a week. I've been on 20 milligrams a day for 12 years. The anxiety is horrendous. I think you're going down too quick. 2 milligrams is a lot. And if you reduce every week at 2 milligrams, you're going to come into a situation where you're not going to be able to go back up, and you're going to be stuck in like limbo. So you have to be very careful. I would go slower if I were you, and I would hold longer. It might take you a longer time getting off of it, but knowing what I know now, even at 2 milligrams of diazepam, I wish I would have cut that down slower and not got off of 2 milligrams, because it's just like that stuff, it just catches up to you. And so I would cut maybe like 1 milligram in half, and I would stay for like a month until I felt okay again. Like I would stay there until I felt okay and then cut again, and so your brain can adjust. Reducing by 2 milligrams a week. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. How are you doing? I always feel so tired. Like that's my thing, is just feeling tired all the time. And frustrated. Like I'm tired and I'm frustrated. And I get in these like panic moods where I feel like I'm gonna panic because I'm stuck in this body that just doesn't want to work. So it can be really overwhelming. There was a guy on here for my last live on Friday, and he was on 200 plus milligrams of Valium, and he cold turkeyed it. I'm just like, that's insane. I couldn't even begin to fathom. I mean, I was on 2 milligrams and my life is upside down, inside out. I'm telling you, it's so crazy. Just take a deep breath in and let it out. And this talk to someone. Yeah, that's why I jump on lives. I just need to talk to someone. Thank you so much for the advice. I'll try reducing by 2 milligrams a month. Do you think I'll ever be free from this legal addiction? I'm pessimistic about my chances. I'm a pessimistic person too. I wish I was an optimistic, but I'm not. I'm a pessimistic. I find the bad in everything. I hate that about myself, but it's just who I am. I wouldn't even cut 2 milligrams. I would cut like 1 milligram at the most every month. And I know that you want to be off of it, um, but it's hard because if you cut too much and you're just in this hell, you risk going back up anyway. And it's kind of like if you cut 1 to a half of a milligram, your process would go slower. It would go slower, but better. I've seen so many people cut it too fast, and they suffer tremendously if you cut too fast. So I would even say like cut less, like 1 milligram for like 2 weeks. I would definitely cut less though, because you're going to feel it. Even if you're there for a month, you're going to feel it. And then as you get to the lower doses, you feel it a lot more. The lower doses is where it becomes brutal. The higher doses you can cut without it feeling too bad. When you get to the lower ones, you feel it. Oxy was a battle. 7-year addiction from childhood trauma. 90 milligrams necessarily was normal. I quit after the second overdose in 2019. It took that to wake me up. I don't touch it after that. Oh, wow. How was your withdrawal? Did you have like crazy withdrawals? And like how long did you have them for? Sometimes I just feel like I'm stuck in this whirlwind and I don't know how to get out. And that is really, really suffocating, because all you want to be able to do is be able to breathe. And when you're stuck in this, it's so hard. And the time that goes by, like it takes time, it does. But it feels like it's so slow. Let me see. Okay. So let me know if you guys are through your withdrawal, like past it, moved past it, or if you're still kind of in it and just trying to figure out ways to cope with it. I know that I'm doing so much better than a lot of people 3 months out. Like I know that, but I'm just so sick of it. I just feel so frustrated that my life is paused and I feel so shitty and just doing basic things. It's just simple things that I used to love that makes it so hard. And you know, opening this channel and doing all of this, I just want to connect with people and help them through it. They help me through it, you know, just talking and not feeling alone. And it is insane that this medication can do something this horrific to our bodies. It's really insane. But it is what it is. Do you guys have like really intense thoughts? Like when you feel so overwhelmed and you feel like you can't take it anymore, do you feel, I mean, are you struggling with like those intrusive thoughts? You don't have to get specific. I'm just wondering if it's like, I hear it's part of the withdrawal. So just, you know, is that a part of your withdrawal, just getting into a dark place? I had horrific headaches for the past like week. And today was the first day that I didn't have such a bad headache. I know that's a withdrawal too. I'm just over it. I wish there was another less habit drug that you could take that would ease the symptoms. I know Suboxone is, but I know that that's a really horrific drug to get off of too. So, don't really want to do that. Don't want to substitute it anymore. Even taking gabapentin, if you were to take that, it substitutes it. And gabapentin kind of puts my mood way down. Like my mood is really low when I take gabapentin and topiramate actually. So I don't know. I wonder if it's the withdrawal that just creates you to be a different person, I guess. Because I feel like I'm a different person going through this. Let me know if like laying down and sleeping helps. It does help me, but who knows? Can you guys hit that like button and it'll just push it out to more people. Help more people, bring more people into this community that need someone to talk to. Is really kind of you guys to be here. I'm sorry, Raphael. So I'm guessing the overdose was accidental. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if this channel is helpful for you, subscribe and hit that like button. And I thank you for being here. Have a good weekend.